And that's why I want to personally extend my gratitude to Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. So it is important in times like these to have a distraction. There's probably not going to be a sequel. It ends with us, guys. That we've been through a lot lately, not just here in Los Angeles, but our entire country. Waking up every day, not knowing what news we're going to...
Look, she does make fun of Justin and Blake, but the fact that she's making fun of it at all shows she doesn't believe Blake.
Blake Lively is facing one of the most brutal Hollywood takedowns of her career after Chelsea Handler publicly humiliated her at the 2025 Critics' Choice Awards. What started as a night of celebration quickly turned into a complete disaster for Lively, as Handler took the stage and delivered one of the most savage roasts in recent memory. Handler didn't hold back. She took direct aim at Lively's ongoing legal drama, dismissing it as a pathetic distraction and sarcastically thanking her for what she mockingly called entertainment. The audience, filled with Hollywood's biggest stars, erupted in laughter. But the real shocker: no one came to Lively's defense. This moment wasn't just another comedy bit. It was a statement. Hollywood had officially turned against Lively. The same industry that once treated her as a golden girl had now decided she was no longer worth defending. Her carefully crafted image of a strong, empowered woman fighting against injustice crumbled in front of millions. Blake Lively likely thought she had everyone on her side. She believed her sob story would win sympathy, that the industry would rally around her. Instead, Chelsea Handler delivered the final blow, and the reaction from the crowd made it clear. Hollywood was done buying into her victim act. The Critics' Choice Awards are usually filled with self-congratulatory speeches and forced humility, but this year was different. This year things took a wild turn. Chelsea Handler took the mic and transformed the night into a full-blown takedown of Lively's crumbling PR circus. Handler stormed the stage with the confidence of a performer who knew she was about to deliver something unforgettable. And she did with her signature deadpan humor. She looked straight into the crowd and declared, "I want to personally extend my gratitude to Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively for the distraction." The room exploded with laughter. It wasn't just a joke. It was a loud and clear message. Hollywood wasn't buying into Lively's sob story anymore. And who was laughing the hardest? Orlando Bloom, Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, and other top A-listers. They weren't just chuckling. They were doubled over, clapping, wiping tears from their eyes. The message was clear. Lively's lawsuit drama had officially backfired. The industry, the media, and even her own peers were now laughing at her. Lively may have strutted into December 2024 thinking she was about to deliver the performance of her life. She likely imagined herself as a powerful female figure, standing up against injustice in a dramatic Hollywood showdown. But reality had other plans. Her legal battle against Baldoni took a disastrous turn. Lively accused Baldoni of sexual harassment and launching a smear campaign against her, assuming that this move would solidify her as a fearless survivor. But there was one major problem. Baldoni wasn't going down without a fight, and in January 2025, Baldoni hit back with a lawsuit so massive it could financially cripple a small country. He slapped Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and even the New York Times with a $400 million defamation and civil extortion suit. And unlike Lively, Baldoni came prepared, with receipts. Lively's entire case began collapsing at an alarming rate. Leaked text messages, behind-the-scenes footage, and damning emails surfaced, exposing her lies, contradictions, and blatant fabrications. She had twisted the story to paint herself as a victim, but Baldoni had hard proof to expose the truth. Chelsea Handler knew exactly what she was doing when she roasted Lively in front of the entire industry. She wasn't just making a joke, she was sending a message. And that message was brutal. No one was buying Lively's story anymore. Lively had tried, and failed, to control the media narrative. She likely thought she had every angle planned out. Her PR team worked overtime to push her version of events, painting Baldoni as the villain and Lively as the brave survivor. But Baldoni fought back with undeniable evidence. Emails surfaced, revealing that Lively's team had orchestrated smear pieces against Baldoni before the lawsuit was even filed. She had used the New York Times as her personal mouthpiece, feeding them a one-sided narrative. But now, that decision was backfiring spectacularly. Baldoni wasn't just suing Lively. He was going after the New York Times for $250 million, and the publication was scrambling to distance itself from the disaster. What started as a calculated PR move for Lively had now turned into an uncontrollable nightmare. Handler's roast wasn't just comedic, it was cuttingly accurate. She sarcastically thanked Lively for the spectacle, confirming what everyone had suspected all along. This wasn't about justice. It was about PR manipulation, and a calculated attempt to destroy Baldoni's career. Lively had assumed she had the upper hand. She believed piling on accusations would automatically make her the hero. But she didn't account for one thing: real, tangible evidence exposing every one of her fabrications. And then there was the breastfeeding scandal. Lively had accused Baldoni of interfering in her personal life, twisting the narrative to make herself look even more victimized. But once again, the truth didn't align with her story. As more information came to light, it became clear that she had manipulated events to fit her own agenda. To this point, Chelsea Handler didn't even need to add fuel to the fire. The damage had already been done. But she went in anyway, delivering the final blow to Lively's already shattered reputation. Hollywood wasn't shedding tears over Lively's so-called trauma. No one was rallying behind her. Instead, they were laughing at her. And when an entire industry laughs at you instead of standing by your side, it's over. If Lively had any real friends left in Hollywood, someone would have stepped in to defend her. But the silence was deafening. And one name stood out more than any other: Taylor Swift. Lively and Swift had been inseparable for years. They vacationed together, posted cringy tributes, and played up their BFF status for the cameras. But when Lively needed Swift the most, she was nowhere to be found. Why? Because Swift knew better than to get involved in a sinking ship. The moment Baldoni's team hinted that Swift might be called as a witness in the case, her PR team went into full panic mode. Swift realized this wasn't just tabloid gossip. It was a real legal battle with real consequences. And she wanted no part of it. Lively's mess wasn't just affecting her. It was dragging Ryan Reynolds down too. Hollywood's golden boy was now caught in the crossfire, named in Baldoni's lawsuit as a key player in Lively's smear campaign. And the allegations were ugly. Reports claimed Reynolds had secretly worked behind the scenes to sabotage Baldoni's film, rewriting scenes, hiring his own editor, and trying to take control of the project. He wasn't just standing by his wife. He was actively working to destroy Baldoni. Every move Lively made to control the narrative had backfired spectacularly. Instead of making Baldoni the villain, she had exposed herself. Instead of rallying Hollywood to her side, she had turned them against her. Chelsea Handler's roast wasn't just a joke. It was a wake-up call. Hollywood's elite, Orlando Bloom, Margot Robbie, and countless others, weren't supporting Lively. They were laughing at her downfall. And it wasn't just about Lively. Handler took aim at Reynolds too. When she joked about no sequel, she wasn't just dissing a movie. She was hinting that their careers were on the line. Lively had believed she was part of an untouchable power couple. But Hollywood was showing her that wasn't the case. Reynolds wasn't going to let her drag him down with her. Blake Lively has lost on every front. She's lost Hollywood's respect. She's lost her credibility. And now, she's dangerously close to losing her husband's support. That Handler's roast wasn't just humor. It was a brutal message. Hollywood was done with Lively's fabricated victim act. 4 years. Lively thought she was invincible. She believed that as long as she had Taylor Swift by her side, nothing could touch her. But when the evidence started piling up, even Swift vanished. Now, Lively faces the ultimate humiliation. Leaked texts revealed she had called Swift and Reynolds her loyal dragons, like something out of Game of Thrones. Swift reportedly loathed it. She felt like Lively was dragging her name into a war she never agreed to fight. If Lively loses in court, she may never financially recover. Baldoni's countersuit is massive, and the industry has already decided where it stands. Chelsea Handler's roast confirmed what everyone was thinking. Lively's case is collapsing, and Hollywood is watching it happen in real time. If this goes to trial in 2026, Blake Lively risks not just a lawsuit, but total career destruction. Hollywood isn't just turning its back on her. It's laughing her out the door.